Now in this video we are going to learn about some equations which are not the linear equations, but we can reduce that equation into the linear equations in two variables. So now first of all look at these two equations. First of all, these two equations are not the linear equations, but can we write down or can we reduce this equation into its linear form or linear equation? So yes, we can reduce that equation into the linear equation in two variable. For that, first of all, we are going to write down this equation in this form 4, which is the numerator, into the bracket 1 upon x minus y plus 1 into the bracket 1 upon x plus y is equal to 3. This is our first equation. Now similarly for the second equation, 2 into the bracket 1 upon x minus y minus 3 into the bracket 1 upon x plus y is equal to 5. Now to represent this equation into its linear equation form, we have to substitute for these two brackets because these two brackets are same in both the equation. So for the first bracket we are going to substitute any other variable instead of taking that x and y. So for the first bracket 1 upon x minus y, suppose we are going to substitute the variable a, and for the second bracket 1 upon x plus y, we are going to substitute the variable b. Now our equation will be 4. Now instead of this bracket it will be a plus 1 into, instead of this bracket we have to put b is equal to 3, and our next equation will be 2, instead of this bracket a will be there, minus 3, and instead of this bracket we have to put out b is equal to 5. Now look at these new equations. Now these new equations, we can say that these are the linear equations in two variable. Now we have to solve these two equations, and in last video we had learned how we can find out the values of these variable by substitution method, by elimination method, or by Cramer's rule method. By any method you can find out the values of variable a and b. For this example, suppose you are getting the value of a is 1 and your value of variable b is minus 1. But actually in the given example we have to find out the values of the variable x and y. So again we have to put this value of a and b in this substitution. So our equation will be 1 upon x minus y is equal to, instead of a it is 1, and 1 upon x plus y it is equal to b, means it is minus of 1. And now again we have to solve these two equations. After solving these two equations we can get the values of our variable x and y. Now for that, here we just have to do the cross multiplication, then you can get the new equation x minus y it is equal to 1, and your next equation will be x minus of 1 into the bracket x plus y is equal to 1. Now again we have to solve these two equations. Again it can be by elimination method, substitution method, by Cramer's rule. By any method we can solve these two equations, and then you can get the particular value of x, and it will be x is equal to 0 and y is equal to minus of 1. So now these are the solutions of this linear equation.